Hi there, everybody. This is your electronic writing exercise for this week. Before I jump into that, I'm going to read you a poem. That poem is called Provenance by Mary Ruefle. In the 5th grade, I made a horse of paper mache and painted it white and named it Aurora. We were all going to the hospital, each one with his little animal, to give to the girl who was lying on her deathbed there, whose name I can't recall. A classmate with freckles, perhaps, or such small feet, her footsteps never mattered much. I did not want to give her anything. It seemed unfair she got to ride Aurora, whom I made with my own 2 hands, and took aside at birth, and said, "Go," while I had to walk perhaps for a very long time. I thought perhaps the animals would all come back together and on one day, but they never did. And so I have had to deal with wild, intractable people all my days, and have been led astray in a world of shattered moonlight and beasts and trees, where no one ever even curtsies anymore, or has an understudy. So I've gone up to the little room in my face. I am making something out of a jar of freckles and a jar of glue. I hated childhood. I hate adulthood, and I love being alive. Mary Ruefle. I'm giving you 2 writing exercises. I would like you to try both of them. When I give you writing exercises, these, again, are just time for you to be really messy and just to try to create something. Does it have to end up being something finished? No, it does not. I want you to write, as I've said before, with ferocity. I want you to remove the editor self from your thoughts. Here's your 2 writing exercises. Number 1, write a terrible story. Write a terrible short story, 200 words. Whatever you in your mind conceive of as being bad writing, bad storytelling, whatever that might be to you, bad sentences, do that. Okay, do that. Whatever you conceive of good storytelling and beautiful sentences and good writing, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Write a bad story. I'm giving you permission to fail. It's important to fail sometimes when you're making art. It's important to do that. Writing exercise number 2. There is a short story in the packet that I gave you for this week. It's about 2/3 of the way through, and it's called Twins by Pamela Painter. And it describes what happens when a young boy comes home to realize that his twin brother has died. It's a heavy story. So what I want you guys to do is write a short story that has a similar structure. I want you to write what I would call an aftermath story. So after a really poignant or dramatic moment, it doesn't have to be terrible, but something really impactful and extraordinary, I want you to begin the story after the fact and just cover 5 to 10 seconds of fictional time. So it has to be a really small surface. This is an aftermath story. Okay, so in a way it follows, in a normal short story, you have the rising action, the conflict leading up to the crisis point, and then the denouement and the falling action. This is a story that is just in the denouement. It's after the crisis. It follows the after the conflict is loosening. Give that one a try. So you have 2 story writing exercises that kind of go with some of the short stories that you're writing. I wish you well. I wish you good writing, and I'm so excited to be reading your work. Happy days.